Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in today for our premiere episode for Elusive TV podcast. Today we got my good friend Sam in the building, and we really needed something to just pitch off this thing. I apologize in advance for our rambling, but what else did you tune in for? I mentioned that this is episode 2, but this is actually our premiere, so this is definitely episode 1. Episode 1 before it just didn't make the cut, so yeah, you'll hear me mention that this is episode 2. Don't worry, don't go looking for episode 1. This is episode 1. But anyways, I'm looking to get a Patreon set up and maybe find some sponsors. So if you would like to help out with the podcast and love what we do here, just shoot me an email at elusivetv208@gmail.com. Again, that's elusivetv208@gmail.com. All right, let's get this started.
What, dude? Don't act like that shit wasn't hard.
It was hard, bro, but I remember when Skilly took it off of, when he took off all the auto-tune and shit, because you were like, nah, we gotta hear it. And I was like, fuck you, dude. All right, let's hear it. All right, what's up, guys? Yo, this is the podcast. This is episode 2. We're gonna call this one the mix-up. We don't really got any points to hit. We got my cousin Till, high fly player, also known as, we got Turtle here, also known as Angel Leon. We got them both featured on the most recent album. And then our main guest here, we got Sammy G, good fella. You know what it is. He's up in the building.
Hi, how are you?
How are you? Grow up, dude. Come on, bro. Yeah. So we're just sipping some photos right now. We just thought we'd start recording. Where's my photo at? Yeah, we just thought we'd start recording. Start our conversation up. I definitely want to talk about a couple things that are going on in the world, but definitely not political.
Why not, dude? Let's just get into it.
Dude, no, I don't want to talk about politics. I don't want to talk about politics. One, because I don't care enough about politics to be able to give enough valid points, I guess. There's this weird thing for me where fuck no, dude. Like I don't want to vote for Donald Trump. I don't want to vote for Joe Biden. I want to vote for Kanye, but nobody wants me to vote for Kanye.
Don't vote for Kanye, bro.
Bro, why
don't
not?
Even do it as a joke. Like, there's people who are gonna actually do that shit as like a joke, and like it's just not a good idea. I don't think he's gonna be a good president. Like,
he would not be a good president. That's like
World War III, dude.
Dude, we'd all have to fucking wear Yeezy, bro. I mean, that's honestly a con. I mean, no, that's a pro. I mean, not a con. That's a pro to the whole, movement for Kanye 2020. But like, dude, did you see that video? I think I saw it on Instagram. It was it was some video about him walking on water, bro. Did you see it?
No.
Dude.
Who, Kanye?
Yeah, Kanye. He was walking on fucking water, bro. I shit you not.
No, he wasn't, bro.
No, I swear to God, dude. I'll look it up
He's
right
not
now.
Chris Angel. Jamie, look up that video.
Jamie, Till, open up that video real quick. Have you seen, dude? Like when have you seen when Joe Rogan gets Kanye in the building?
No.
When he's like, didn't your lady make a sex tape? And Kanye's like, yeah. So what? He's like, Jamie, pull up the video.
Oh yeah. Jamie, pull that up. Did you see his the podcast that he did with Ron White in his new studio?
Ron White?
Yeah, Ron White's a comedian.
No,
but they started talking about like Kim Kardashian or like the Kardashians and how they're famous for nothing. And
no
yeah,
way.
Ron White said, he was all like, yeah, they don't even have any talent. And then Joe, he was talking about like, have you not seen her sex tape? She's pretty talented.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, damn, bro.
I don't know. I mean, her sex tape wasn't that great. That's one
Yeah,
thing
dude.
for sure. It wasn't that great. Fuck, what was I gonna look? Oh yeah, Kanye.
Yeah, I know. But then he also brought up how her mom is managing those guys like pretty good, because her mom pretty much built that whole empire. You know what I mean? She kind of
Look
had
at
the
this
foresight
shit,
enough.
dude. Yeah, we can hear that shit in our earphones. And then, dude, they start singing Mo Bamba, bro, and out there in the water. I swear to God. Look at that. Look at that.
What the fuck?
Yeah, bro. Him and his Yeezy. Him and his Yeezys people, bro. I don't...
In his choir. and
Listen,
shit?
listen to the fucking.
Fake news.
Dude, that's not fake, bro. That is real as fuck. Look what's going on there.
Fake
Bro,
news, dude.
that's probably shallow as
I mean,
fuck.
obviously, they're not really walking. They're not really walking on water, bro. They're not walking on water. But what they're portraying, like, why are they doing that, bro?
Because it's Kanye.
Who does he think he is, bro?
Jesus.
Yeah, I guess you have a point there. Yeah, you got a point. Cheers to that one. I'll drink to that one.
Figured that one out real quick, dude. Bro, hell yeah.
You were joking about that. Why would you joke about? You know how it goes when you have to be scared.
Jesus.
And then you have it.
Oh, it's probably for a music video.
You think so?
I hope so.
Irrigated, bro. It's like like you know how leaf blower shit.
I hope that it's for the music video. Why would he just like do this on his
First
time?
Sunday service. He probably brought like his Sunday service out to there, and then he was all like, "All right, the choir's gonna walk on the water, like out on the lake. We're gonna start singing, and we're gonna have it out there." That's probably his vision, you know.
Yeah.
Probably did it at this time, so that way they had good lighting.
Who the fuck is this guy?
That's probably the pastor. That's what I'm thinking. I'm assuming that's their pastor.
What the fuck?
Kanye's so crazy, bro. Like, he's so dope.
It's kind of, yeah, and he's dope as fuck. Dude, and honestly, I took your advice on that whole, like, do what Kanye did when it comes to beats. Like,
Yeah.
so, like, I've been trying to put at least as much time as I could into making beats. And, like, right now, if we weren't chilling, I'd be in here making beats. And I didn't get better up until you told me Kanye was making 10 beats a day for a whole summer.
Yeah,
You
dude.
said? Dude, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Well, I think when you're trying to learn something and get, like, good, you know, like that 10,000 hour rule, like, there's no other way you're going to fucking do it unless you just sit, like, take the time out of your day to fucking, like, get it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, so, you know, I mean, I'm not making 10 beats a day, but
Yeah.
when I do have my time off from my actual job that sucks, I make beats, and I make at least 3. Right now, I'm up to 3 a day.
It's still pretty crazy, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah, honestly, and from where I was making half a beat in 2 days, you know, but like I took that advice on just, you know, just executing, even if it's not good, just execute that one beat and then move on, make another, execute, move on, make another, you know, and really it's like it's the whole process of making music in general. Even when it was coming to like when I was creating this project, Young Boy Chronicles, Dreams Don't Come True, you know, out on Spotify. Dude, there's 0 listens on there. I'm pissed.
For real?
Yeah,
Damn.
but on Apple Music it's popping. But anyway, like when I was creating that, you know, I had to like get past that. Well, I can wait till next weekend, you know, and then
Yeah.
I'll work on it.
Yeah, you gotta do it,
I'll
like-
wait till next weekend, and I'll do it all in a lump sum.
You gotta
I had
do
to
it
get past
now.
that, and whenever I'd get home from work, it's like, all right, I got this spare time. It's only an hour, or it's an hour and a half or 2 hours. I'm gonna go into the studio and I'm gonna fucking work on this, even if I'm tired, because I need to push this shit. I need to get it out of the way. And I almost got to the point to where I was like, it kind of sucks that I felt this way, but I wanted to get it out of the way so that I could move on already.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you. You just
And
didn't want to spend any more time on it. Like,
I
you're just
didn't.
kinda like,
I was
"Ah."
already like, I had already invested so much time into it to where I started to slack off on it.
Yeah.
And then it just after that felt like a chore. And
Yeah,
I
it
didn't like that. And I
feel
didn't like
fun.
yeah.
It felt like a job.
exactly. And I didn't like that.
Yeah.
I didn't like that I was doing that with something that I enjoy doing. You know
But
what
I think
mean?
even if you're doing something you enjoy doing, there's always that like work aspect to whatever. You know.
Yeah.
Like even if you're, so like, I don't know. Take Joe for example. Joe Rogan was doing like 3 podcasts a day.
Yeah.
You know, like at some point you're gonna be like, oh fuck, like
3 podcasts a day, dude, and they're each 3 hours long.
yeah,
Jesus.
you know, it's taking 9 hours out of his day.
But
to
dude,
just do that.
fuck, man. But like, if I was Joe Rogan, it'd be beautiful because I could just sit there and smoke weed,
Yeah, and do your
fucking
thing.
train, and then podcast. You know, I would love to do that. all day.
Yeah, but like to where like we got jobs and shit. It's,
Yeah, that's where it's
you're just like
annoying.
fuck, dude. You got to take all that extra time where you be wanting to rest and shit to.
Yeah. Yo, this is not a sponsorship, but if I could get sponsored by Old, what the fuck, dude? Why is old spelt with an E on Old English?
Dude, old English. It's all fucking British and shit.
Has it always been like
Jolly
that?
old English.
Yeah.
The whole time, bro.
It's always been like that, sir.
Yeah,
What
I
the
used to have it
fuck?
For like one of my old Facebook passwords.
Yeah.
That used to be your Facebook
Oh,
password.
yeah, old
Old.
Old English 800. I swear to God.
You're a fucking alcoholic, turtle.
That's how much
Dude, this
you
shit
pay.
has me. I don't know if it's your house or the fucking malt liquor, but I'm like sweating.
Do you guys remember when these used to be in glass bottles?
Yeah, dude. I don't even know when they changed, to be
You
honest.
got the fan right on you, bro. So
Hey,
it's probably the malt liquor.
So what, dude? I'm a sweaty nigga, bro. I sweat so much, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I sweat
Like-
a lot too.
If I don't have that AC going in that duplex that I'm in right now, oh, I sweat like it's nasty, bro. Like I wake up, dude, like I just took a dip in the pool, but it's just
Jesus,
from my body, and
hate
it's
that,
so
dude.
gross, dude.
dude, have you been paying attention to Bob Lazar?
No. Well, like I seen him on
You
his.
seen you seen the videos that they released that the Pentagon released?
No.
You
I,
know-
s- I saw like I saw him on the podcast, and then I saw him on that Netflix, you know, that movie about him. But
Yeah.
other than that,
So check this out, dude. These are the videos that the Pentagon released, bro. Pentagon released these. No fucking cap.
yeah, that shit's
UFOs
crazy,
are real, dude. Like it's just facts. It kind of sucks that like they're fucking assholes
Like the
for
government
telling
put
us in
out.
2020 when all this shit's
I
already
know.
going on. Look at that, dude. And that's exactly how Bob Lazar explained it
Yeah.
when it flies. He says that it rotates and it stands vertical and then flies, flies from the top forward,
Yeah.
vertical instead of no signs of propulsion, nothing, dude.
Dude,
It's
because
fucking
it
insane.
uses gravity. Like,
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And I remember hearing years ago that there was this guy talking about aliens living on Orion's belt, right? And
Uh-huh.
I remember him saying their ships don't fly
like
with
ours.
propulsion. They don't
Yeah.
fly like us. The way they fly is they fall. They're falling in space. They're falling through time. They're falling
They
through
like
gravity.
Yeah, they like
They're
fall.
bending
It
it.
falls like into each other. Is how
Yeah,
it
it's
works.
fucking crazy, dude. And that's exactly how Bob Lazar explains it. He explains the way that they're flying is they're bending the gravity in front of them and they're falling into it, dude. It's fucking insane.
Yeah.
And
I'm-
it just proves that Bob Lazar was right, dude. And like, oh, dude, it's fucking scary,
I think
dude.
like the craziest part, bro, is that they figured out which element it is, and then
Yeah.
they're trying to like we have the element here, right?
Mhm.
But we don't have what was it? It's like a stable, because elements have different.
Are you talking about the T90 order? Or what is it?
It's like element,
Element
15,
115.
Yeah,
Or
115, bro. It's
Like,
crazy.
they
So
showed
like
the periodic table like not so long ago, isn't it?
some yeah, it's like barely new, but
Yeah, and it
Like,
was a
back
way
then-
that they extracted it that made it like it was either the stable or the unstable version of it that they were using to work that.
they didn't have a stabilized version of it, so they couldn't reproduce that engine like they were using, you know. But they
Yeah.
found out how it worked, and then they just we're trying to they were trying to figure out how to stabilize that element, because I guess it has different I know different like stages or like types, you know. There's like stable, unstable,
So
and
pretty
then
much like right now it's like raw materials, like, and they do something to it to activate whatever it is.
Pretty much. Like, I don't know. Bob Lazar explains it way better. So you can go Google that shit.
Dude,
to be
you gotta
honest,
listen, and you could watch the documentary, but bro, you have to watch the Joe Rogan Experience with him.
Yeah, he
It's
goes
3
in.
solid hours of him talking shit about everything that he's seen and into detail, and you know he's telling the truth, bro, because he even says like, why would he want to lie about something like this? Like, why would anybody make up the time to lie about it?
And it was like 30 years ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, when he exposed it, and like, and then they interviewed him for the documentary, and after they interviewed him, he got rated again. Like,
Yeah, they don't appreciate that, Nick.
no, they
They
hate
don't
him, bro.
appreciate his
You
work.
guys ever had like a UFO experience?
I've never seen one.
So check this out. Were you guys aware? Did you guys watch the liftoff from SpaceX when they released those satellites?
No.
Was
it crazy or
So
what?
I watched it, right? I watched it with my lady because my lady, she didn't know who Elon Musk was.
Really?
Yeah, she had no idea that guy even fucking existed. Like, she had heard, she just knew that he like made Tesla. He was like, oh yeah, that's the guy who made the cars. You know that.
And you were like, oh,
Yeah,
he's
I was-
actually a genius
I was like-
billionaire
I
who's
was-
taking us to fucking Mars.
I was like, yeah, and I was like, yeah, babe, this is a very important guy to know.
Yeah.
I was like, he's like, he's not Einstein, but
Dude, I don't know.
He's
He's
close.
He's definitely. I
He's-
think Elon's gonna go down in history as like someone who changed like our future.
Yeah.
As like humanity.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
think he'd be like that guy that made the Tesla Tower or whatever? What's his name?
Tesla, Nikola Tesla.
Tesla?
Nicholas Tesla,
Yeah.
or was it just Nikolai?
Nikola. I think it's Nikola Tesla.
Nikola?
Like, I think it's like he's got an A at the end of it.
So you think he's like the
Fuck,
future?
dude, this
I
OE
think
got
he-
me faded, bro. I ain't
Yeah.
even gonna lie to you right now.
Me too, bro. I'm feeling pretty good, dude. And I'm not even fucking halfway.
I wish it
through.
was a glass, dude. I'd keep
I
that
know.
shit. Look at that plastic.
Howdy.
Dude, it's so crazy. I mean, this is off topic, but like, I'm working, like, where I work, I'm working at Fabrical right now, and dude, we make like biodegradable to-go plates, and like soon enough, I'm pretty sure we're gonna make paper plates that are biodegradable, and on the East Coast, they're making plastic cups that are biodegradable, bro.
Really?
Yeah, and
Kinda
like,
plastic
dude, with
though,
all,
bro. Or what
I don't know about
is
the,
it-
I don't know how the plastic's made.
Is it
I'm
kind of
gonna be
like
honest.
that? Is it like those? Because I saw they made stuff for like beer, you know, like instead of having them in like plastic, it was like this degradable stuff that like breaks down in like the ocean and stuff, you know. So that way, it
Dude,
doesn't
yeah,
stay
that's
there.
exactly what this is, bro.
Yeah.
So green. It's called greenware, and we don't make that at my company at where we're at. We're strictly fiber, and that's just because of all the like local agriculture. You know what I mean? And it's very easy for us to get straw too over here. So it's like it's a big advance for us. But so we make these fiber to go plates, dude, and like if you throw them in water, in lukewarm water, even if it's cold water, in about 30 minutes to an hour, that shit's gonna turn back into a pulp
Yeah.
that will soon enough later just disintegrate and become the smallest little particle of fibers that you won't even be able to notice.
I think that's good, dude. That
It's-
we're
yeah.
we're moving towards that.
We're
you
doing
know?
that, and the thing is, dude, is like last year we weren't selling shit. We were putting it all into the warehouse. Like that's it, and it was sitting in warehouses up in California and a bunch of different states. And now we're starting to sell it to vendors. We're selling it to other people, dude. That business is gonna take off, bro, because, dude,
'Cause
we
it's
got
the
we got
future.
yeah we got fires going on in the world right now that are already, dude. There's global warming. It's just adding on to that by the triples, dude. By
I think the
doubles.
smart thing to do, bro, was like whatever company makes that, like invest in it right now, and then
Yeah.
and like
Well, the thing that sucks is that
5 years.
Fabrical is actually a family-owned business. Too.
oh
I looked in the stock because I have a couple stocks. I have Helix Energy.
yeah.
Helix Energy was a company that I think it was about 4 years ago. They were booming, bro, booming. It was about, I think it was up to like $30 a share. You know, now they're down to like $5 a share. You know,
Dude, the good thing about Elon, bro, is he gives people like if you work for Tesla, you get stock. So it's like they took
Stock.
like a pay cut or whatever, you know, because of the fucking Rona thing. But then that same year, they got a boost in like sales and stuff. So like even though the workers took a pay cut, they still got like more in their stock. So they still got paid hella cash.
wow,
That shit's crazy. I wish more companies would do that, but no
Yeah.
one does it.
dude. Fuck, dude. Elon. All right, so yeah, let's get off that biodegradable. My bad, but you know, anyway, about Elon Musk.
Like Winco's a employee-owned company. You guys know that? Winco?
Winco's a what?
Like the employees own that shit. weird.
What?
It was different. Like, I don't know. How to
Working
explain
for Winco, you're like you're involved more with corporate, or
Like
what?
you have like stocks in it or what? If you get hired,
it. It's not like a corporation. Corporation's like an employee-owned corporation.
how's that work then?
I don't know. I don't remember somebody telling me about it, but like you can get stocks and stuff, and they're pretty cheap. Too.
Like I get stocks at the sugar factory, but that's just in like the 401k. you
Yeah,
know what I mean?
401k, yeah,
It's
shit like that. That
yeah.
shit crashed so
That's
hard,
for like
dude.
your retirement and shit.
So check this out. I'm telling Rosa, yo, this guy's very important. You know, like if you don't know about this guy, babe, you gotta know. So check this out. Let's watch this. Let's watch the liftoff of
Okay.
of their latest, SpaceX liftoff. And this was the other day, dude. This was a couple months ago. And it was actually, we watched this last week, right? And roughly 2 months ago, we had a little bonfire outside my house. And we're looking in the sky, bro. I don't know, Till, you might have been here. We're making s'mores.
Yep.
And we looked in the sky, bro, and you could see fucking lights. And we all started tripping because we were just talking about aliens, bro. Alien aircrafts, because the Pentagon just released those videos, right? So, we're looking in the sky, and I'm like, hey, I see a moving star. And then someone else is like, yeah, I see one over here. And I'm like, what? Someone else is like, I see one over here. And so, dude, we all start tripping because we're all seeing different stars moving in the same line, in like almost in a pattern, in like a linear,
Like they were following each other.
like they're following each other, right?
Like a flight pattern.
Yeah. And so we start fucking tripping, bro. I get up out of my chair and we're like shouting, like, what the fuck is going on? We're thinking we're seeing aliens, dude.
Yeah.
You know? And next thing you know, Sergio's like already on his phone. He starts researching, like, hey, what's going on in the sky? Lights in the sky? Is there anybody talking about this?
Mhm.
Sure enough, it says SpaceX just released satellites in the sky for better Wi-Fi. I guess it's gonna help the bandwidth in places that can't get Wi-Fi because of the satellite issue and shit like that.
Oh.
So instead of towers, it's gonna come directly from space,
Mm-hmm.
and it's gonna make it so that wherever there is access to Wi-Fi, it's gonna be like almost doubled on the
What the
bandwidth.
fuck?
Yeah, and it's a fucking crazy fucking thing. And I remember hearing about it years ago that Elon Musk, one of his fucking goals was to put Wi-Fi around the world. Do you remember hearing about that?
No.
I remember hearing about that like years ago, dude. 3 years ago, I think. I swear. And I was like, there's no way. How are you going to be able to drive around in town and have Wi-Fi?
He fucking found out.
That's how to
dude.
do it, bro. He
Yeah.
released those satellites. So I tell Rosa, like, let's watch this space launch. And I had no idea it was a satellite one.
Mhm.
But yeah, so this was the second time. And the first time this happened, I was still in high school. I remember being in history class. And our teacher, what was his fucking name?
I don't know, man. You're gonna have
The
to
history teacher, dude. Fuck. The government teacher.
Mr. What the?
Was it
fuck?
Hinckley? No, it wasn't Hinckley. It was Hanks? No.
The government teacher,
The government teacher, yeah.
Mr. Hogg.
No. No.
Ah, dude.
He was also the girls basketball coach, I think.
Mr. Bailey.
No.
What?
Huh?
I want to hear the rest of the story about satellites and the Wi-Fi.
Oh.
Siéntate, mijo. Hold on.
The girls basketball coach.
Anyway, so we watched this, bro, right? And like, so it takes off. So the rocket booster lifts off, and of course, and you know how it works when we launch into space and put something into orbit. The rocket booster releases it, right?
Mhm.
And then the rocket booster usually just kind of falls into space,
Yes.
and we have so much debris up there.
Yeah, it's
Dude,
crazy.
SpaceX worked on a rocket booster that does that. It releases the fucking whatever it is, the cap, and comes back to Earth and lands, bro. It fucking lands, and that's the second
Fucking
time that's
Elon.
happened. The first time I remember seeing that happen, and it was off by a couple like measurements, but
Yeah.
it still landed. And I watched that in high school. Well, this second time I watched it, and it landed directly, bro, almost perfect.
They got it good.
They got it good. And then next thing you know, we're watching it for the next half an hour. We're laying in bed when this is going on, and the lady's talking about, okay, now you'll see the bracket release, and you see this thing, the hinge kind of just fall off, float into space, and then you see the fucking satellites, bro. They're like all bunched up together,
And then
big
just go
ass
out.
fucking satellites, dude. And they just fall, they just start floating, and then they're like, okay, now they have little thrusters on them that are gonna spread them out equally so that they
To where
all
the-
equally
yeah.
orbit around the Earth.
Dude, my question is Elon Musk is just some smart dude, right?
Yeah.
So he just started this company, and then he was like, "Yeah, I want to put satellites into space." But like, who do you just fucking do it or what? Like you just build them and then go, or like do you have to contact governments around the world? I want to know how that works. You know, on that end of stuff.
I remember listening because, dude, I've listened to every single interview that I could from that guy because I'm very interested in Elon, and he especially with Joe Rogan, he talked about how there's times where he does talk with with the fucking high up government people because,
dude, if you're gonna send shit into space, because before it was just like a government thing, hey, we're gonna send shit to space, but Elon, like, and the dude who owns Amazon, Jeff Bezos, like he's got his own space thing too, so it's like now it's privatized, you know, like you own that shit, and so like, how does that work? Like you just send shit.
That's
up
what
there?
I was thinking. I was thinking like, does SpaceX somehow
maybe have a contract with different?
It's either do they have a contract or do they interfere with NASA? Like,
yeah,
is that NASA's competitors?
Well, because is NASA governmentally owned, or is it privatized?
I think it's governmentally owned. I don't know.
So I don't know, because if they're working with the government, then maybe the government's like, yeah, go ahead. But like, if you're just doing it by yourself, like, hey, we got a bunch of smart people working on all this. This is what I want to happen in the next like 10 years, and then it happens, and then you just shoot that shit into space, and everybody's cool with it, you know? Like,
yeah.
I don't know, dude. I just want to know how that works. Like, who do you have to talk to be like, hey, this is what I'm gonna do? Because there's no way, like, I'm pretty sure government's like, you're gonna do what? Like, your own satellites? Like, nah, we want to, like, we need to be a part of this.
Yeah.
Because we're not gonna allow it, you know? But, like, I don't know, because the way our government works is different from, like, China, you know? Because China is almost like a dictatorship. And so, like our government, you start a business and then you grow it, and then it's your thing. You can do whatever you want. So if you're like, hey, you're your own company from America, and then you want to send things up into space that goes worldwide, you know, like, I don't know, does like the Russian government, like Putin or whoever the fucking
That's a good question, dude. Honestly, that's a fucking great question. Because
yeah, dude. Like, because what happened? Do they have to all agree on it, or do you just go ahead and do it?
It has to be because it has to be, dude. You got to think about the whole race in between.
When you're going into space, bro, that's like a whole, like, that's a worldwide.
Yeah,
like,
that's a world thing that has to be agreed with. Like, we can't just. I don't know. I don't think that the United States. I mean, probably ever since the race in between, you know, like the Russians and the Americans, like whoever got up there first, you know. Ever since then, maybe they've formulated a contract where they like, let's communicate now. Whoever's going up to space, let's just all help each other, you know, like.
Well, they communicate, but not all the time. So, like, I read this one thing that said there's a, like, so Russians were on the, I forgot the name of the thing that orbits around the world.
The SSID or something like that. The SSI.
Like where they live up there, whatever, you know? And then, like, different people from around the world.
I think it's the ISS. It's the International Space Station.
Yeah, okay. The International Space Station. So, like, they did something, but they didn't tell us about it until, like, later. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah. So, I don't know if it'd be, like, the same thing. Like, I don't know if our government's like, hey, we're going to let our company, like, this company go up there. Or if they can't even let them. Or if it's just, like, their own thing. But I feel like once you're worth, like, $100 billion... Because, you know?
Yeah.
The people in the world who, like, run this stuff are, like, the billionaires of, like, around the world. Like, China, Russia, USA, you know? So it's like maybe they just let them do their own thing just because they're the ones funding a lot of stuff anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
But that's what I think. I don't know how... It's just crazy how that stuff works and, like, what level you got to get to be able to do that stuff.
I never even thought about that.
Yeah,
truthfully, because I mean, I'm just so stuck on the actual, like,
what's happening,
what's being discovered, and what's going on. Like,
yeah,
like the whole Nerolink thing, dude. Like,
yeah, dude, that shit's crazy.
Dude, that shit scared my lady, bro.
Yeah,
she got frightened because I was like, have you heard about Nerolink? She's like, what's that? And when I explained it to her, she was like, oh fuck no, you know, my lady's very, like, she's very Catholic, you know, and she's scared of that shit, you know?
Well, dude, and I would be too. I like
anything being entered. And then she's also just scared of mind control. Like, she doesn't, she knows that, like, she's like, if that shit's gonna be in your head, Like, what's to say that they can't control it? Because, dude, there's gonna be software updates that automatically update.
Yeah, because it's
Once that shit's in your head, it's in your head,
software,
bro.
Like you have to update that shit. Then I'm assuming, like you'd have, I don't know if it.
Have you been following it?
Neuralink?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I read their or I saw their presentation that they
Yeah,
did not too long
last
ago.
week, bro.
Yeah, bro.
It
that
was
shit
last
crazy.
week. Because after I showed my lady that liftoff, bro, she was like, okay, well, I'm tired. I'm going to go to sleep. And I was like, okay. So I keep scrolling, and then I see 6 days ago, Nerolink presentation. And Elon's right there, bro,
Yeah.
presenting it from pigs.
Yeah.
They're putting it in pigs and removing it and showing you that there's no difference. There's no side effects yet, you know, and they built a robot to do all of the fucking surgery. Like,
That shit's crazy, isn't it?
I think I'll get it.
That shit's crazy. You think you'd get Neuralink?
I think I'd get it, dude. Because, dude, he said he's trying to make it so that anybody could get it.
Yeah, because right now it's just for people who like need it. You
Yeah.
know, like schizophrenia.
But he
and
wants
shit.
to make it so that people can get it, and
But, like-
and he wants to make it affordable.
Yeah. How afford? Like, what would you do? Like, if you could, I think you'd have to pay like $1,000 or $2,000.
That's
for Neuralink.
nothing, bro.
Yeah, compared to what
Because
they're doing.
you like you can get rid of a speech impediment, you can get rid of a fucking stump leg, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Shit like that. Like you can get rid of the way you, any flaw that you have, bro. He's trying to fix that.
But at the same time, my thing, like, so what I started thinking about too is what happens when people do drugs with Neuralink, you know, because how it affects your brain and shit. Like,
I thought about that too. I'm pretty sure that you could probably drink and smoke or anything that would interfere with like
your brain waves.
how
and
your
shit.
brain, yeah, you know, the chemical reactions in your brain. You can probably interfere those and just make it so that you could smoke and not get high.
But what's the point of smoking if you ain't gonna get?
But check this out. But if you can do that, and you can control those receptors. You can probably control the receptors to make yourself high without
Dude,
smoking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like,
Someone's
damn.
gonna
I started
figure
thinking
it
about
out,
that
dude.
shit too, bro.
But that's just
That's why I want to get it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think that's just scary. I like if whenever they make it affordable for just everybody, I think I'm gonna wait at least 10 years. You know? 'Cause-
I'll do trials, bro. I don't give a fuck.
Nah, dude, that shit's
If
too
they pay
crazy,
me,
bro.
I'm sure they'll pay. Dude, I'm sure Elon would pay people to do trials. I'll be
Yeah,
the fifth person to try.
Let me see these first
Hey,
four.
let me put this on the record right now. I'm gonna be the first rapper with the Nerolink. But think about that. So
Somebody?
yeah, bro, you don't even have to speak to each other. But check this out. Will things like that, competition, will this still be the same with people who have Neuralink?
I think I think Neuralink will make everybody more connected. You know.
Well, no,
So-
but like, so check this out. What I'm saying is, if I'm a better rapper because I have a Neuralink,
I don't
would
think
people consider me a better original rapper?
Dude, no,
No, right?
Because Neuralink doesn't make you a better rapper. It just makes you like less. Like if you have depression and shit, you know, if the shit's
No,
fucked up,
bro. He's looking to improve, dude. He's looking to because there was a.
improve
Did you
your
listen to the
brain
questions?
function? No.
So they did questions and they did tweets. There was someone who asked, "Is there any plan to make it so that you will be able to game with the Neuralink?" And he said, "Yeah." Dude, he's
What the
looking to
fuck?
he's looking to do recreational things with Neuralink, bro. Not just things that are gonna make you better physically,
Mm.
but also mentally. So that's why I'm saying, like, say as a rapper, I get a Neuralink, and every fucking bar I spit is just on point,
Just
and I
crazy.
never stutter, and every rhythm is always needed, and I know what's needed because I have a Neuralink. It's not gonna make me original. We're
Why
not gonna be original no more.
No, dude. I think you'd still be because you'd still have original ideas. You'd just fuck up less. You know.
Yeah.
I think the creative process would like cut the time in half. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe it's because like instead of so like how we were talking about going back to how Kanye spent a whole summer just making beats every day. You know, I think that that initial like if you start something, that initial process of like learning everything is gonna be cut in half. I think that's probably what's gonna happen because you're gonna be able to like take more information in and you know use it.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's gonna fuck with your creativity. It's
But,
just
like-
gonna fuck with the amount of time it takes you to get
Oh,
good.
dude, just enhance
So, like, you go
what
to-
you're
but,
trying
like-
to do.
Yeah, you know, and then you go to school, and a kid with a Neuralink versus a kid without a Neuralink, what kind of classes are they gonna put them in? You know, it's gonna fuck with a lot of shit, dude. Because you're
Yeah,
gonna have
man.
kids that are honestly, rich enough to get a Neuralink just because, so they want to get it. The family doesn't care if they get it.
Yeah,
They're gonna get it for their kids because their kids they want their kids to be advanced.
I can see it being a
The
social
world
issue.
the world is gonna be very advanced with this Neuralink, and there's gonna be people who religiously won't get this.
Yeah,
And and people they're going to be considered as downgraded as knowledge wise. Like they're going to be considered that way. I feel like, especially if they're nowhere near as observant as someone with a Neuralink.
yeah, I don't know, man. That shit's gonna be crazy, to be honest.
It's going to change the world.
Yeah, because like things that change the world, and things that like the world has never seen. That's when people like, especially like traditionalists, are like, oh no, fuck that, we can't have that, you know. So that's just gonna be crazy, man. It's gonna be weird to see how like the whole world deals with Neuralink, and you know how they're gonna like, or if they're gonna put like things on there like, hey, you can have Neuralink, but you can't like do this shit, you know. Or
Yeah.
maybe they might go with Elon, like China might be like, hey man, you can't put that shit over here unless we get some control of some shit, like what
Yeah,
happens, you know.
yeah, I didn't think about that either.
Yeah, and
Maybe
honestly,
we'll be the only ones with Neuralink.
maybe nah, because Elon's gonna try to make it worldwide, because that's just the dude he is, huh?
That's what I mean. There'd be like certain restrictions where you cannot do it.
Yeah, but at the same time, yeah, like government's gonna try to restrict that, you know, because obviously they've been doing. People who like run the stuff have been running it for like ever, you know, so they already know how like people work, how to control the population, you know. So once Neuralink comes, it's a game changer. So maybe they're gonna go to Elon like, hey, you can't be doing this, play. Like if you're gonna have this shit over here, this is what we need.
What if
Or-
it's against the laws of war
You know what I
to
think?
have soldiers with Neuralink?
You know what I think is gonna end up happening? So like right now, how Elon's presenting all this shit, I think that like like Putin and then whoever the dude is in like China and stuff like that, I think they're trying to make it. They're trying to do that for themselves too. You know what I mean?
Dude,
So
yeah,
that
it's
way
almost,
'cause
he's also trying to create, like he says that this won't be in effect for another 10 years, but immortality almost, bro.
Because
'Cause it's a
all you gotta do
database.
to stop is like quit your cells from dying. You know, that's all aging is.
But even if you do die, because you can't stop cancer, you know, and shit like that.
Yeah.
Even if you do die, it's a
I know.
database.
I think what's gonna happen is Elon's gonna come out with his version, and then I think right now they're already trying to like come up with like, hey, this, how do we get our version of this?
Mm-hmm.
You know, because if they, because there's no way governments are gonna be like, hey, you can mess with the brain, and we're just gonna leave you alone and not, you know, try to do it ourselves. Because, dude, no, people in power like that, dude, they're not gonna want to just let that slide. And that's the crazy part about all this stuff, dude, is because this stuff we've never seen before, you know. And then I don't know if that's things, or because you don't know what's going on behind the scenes, like with these billionaires who are going to space by themselves, or with Elon putting shit in your brain like by himself for good, but then you have people in power being like, no, we need to use it for this or that, you know. And so it's like, it's gonna get real crazy, bro. It's gonna get real crazy real quick. Like in the next 50 years, it's gonna like, I just can't wait to see what it's gonna be like 40 years from now.
Yeah, it's gonna be insane, dude.
Yeah,
Fuck, it's gonna be insane.
because you know they're trying to make it, because they have to, like, when new stuff comes out like this, people in power have to sit there and think, okay, how do we, like, for one, make this ourselves to make it do what we want it to do, and then two, how do we make it presentable to the people to where they don't freak out and we can get away with it, you know? It's like an integrated thing. And people in power like that, they don't think like 5-20 years, they think like the next 100 years, you know?
Yeah,
So, like, because, again, they've been doing this for generations and generations. So it's like they already know how population works. So now all they have to do is integrate this idea into how do we make these guys, how do we make them agree with or, like, be okay with us doing this. And that's probably what's happening right now.
yeah.
Behind the scenes, and that shit like you don't think about because you're just like, holy shit, there's this new thing on the front surface. Sit in the chair, Doug. How you doing? What's up, Tail? How you feeling over there?
This OE, there's one of them.
Yeah.
It got me drunk.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, huh?
Massively.
These
Yeah.
old Englishes are crazy, man. Shout out Old English, dude. I wish we could get paid for this, but it's crazy, dude. Old English is something else.
Well, that's where we're gonna cut it. We'll go ahead and resume later or tomorrow. That's podcast number 2. We had Sam, we had Turtle, we had High Fly Player. Covered a couple of things, mostly on Elon. But until next time, you guys take it easy. Peace out.
All right, yeah, that sums it up. Yeah, that podcast really, it went left and then it took a very hard right. Yeah, it was really fun doing that premiere with Sam, and having Turtle in the building, and my cousin High Fly. I'm sure they'll be around most of the time. I really appreciate you guys tapping in, listening to this. Look forward to more content coming in the future. I'm really looking on dropping stuff weekly. I'm just dropping this episode now just to give you guys a taste, let you guys know what's coming, and hopefully you guys tune in and you guys have the time to tune in every week with us. But yeah, thanks again. Let's get it.